AITAH for not being able to stand my fiancé's mentally challenged son? So here is the full picture. My fiancé is a DV survivor. A real bad case of it. She was almost murdered but finally escaped last minute. Sadly, one of the forms of abuse she faced was reproductive abuse. By the time she escaped, he forced her to have 4 kids. I always wanted a big family, and after dating her for about 6 months, she was just perfect, and hanging out with her was effortless. We've been together for about 4 years and are planning to get married in October, and we have a baby of our own together. However, I don't know if I can take living in this situation anymore. When I met her, the youngest was barely a year old. Nothing really seemed off with him, but he was just quiet. At about 2 years old, we knew something was wrong. He was starting to rock back and forth violently and would not respond to his name anymore. By 3, he was diagnosed with ASD and began therapy. We were told autistic kids only get better with age and that the younger years are often the worst part. Many autistic kids grow into fully functional adults. Well, he's 5 now and he has done nothing but get worse. He spends about 14 hours a day moaning as loud as he can, like a ghost trapped in some ancient tomb mourning the life it once had, non-stop. If you disturb or disrupt him, he becomes inconsolable and writhes on the ground screaming like he's on fire. He screams so loud that I've developed hyperacusis, and it's extremely painful for me, so I walk around wearing earplugs most days. He trashes the house non-stop. Every room he enters is ransacked 15 minutes later. He has to wear a backwards onesie because he will eat his poop and smear it all over himself and the walls if he is left alone. When he gets really upset, he will get naked and pulverize his genitals until they're purple. We can't even do anything as a family because we can't take him out into public. So we pretty much just sit at home all day cleaning up messes when we're not at work. He wears a diaper and eats nothing but spicy Doritos, so he craps brown, watery stool constantly, and we are changing his diaper about 5 times a day. The other kids barely leave their rooms because they don't want to be around it, and I have barely seen my 2-year-old because her son absorbs all the energy and time. The worst part of all of this is his mom is in denial, and anytime I show any kind of weariness or being tired by the situation, she gets angry at me and tells me to leave if I'm unhappy. We are all unhappy and miserable, though. She has had 2 breakdowns where she says she wants to put him in a home because it's too much, and I always just say, I will support you in whatever you decided, because trying to convince a mom to get rid of her child doesn't sit well with me. I don't know what to do, and I feel like an asshole. This isn't my mistake to learn from. I know it's not his fault he is here, and I know this is a horrible way to look at it, but it honestly feels like her ASD kid is just continuing to fulfill her ex's campaign to ruin her life. We got her away from him and moved him across the country just for our lives to be horrible in a different way. I want to get away from it all, but I've put so much time, energy, love, support, and care into this relationship. And when we aren't dealing with whatever chaos this kid caused, my fiancé really is the perfect mother to my son, and I love the other kids too. I just can't be the parent I want to be for them because of this one kid that just feels like a dark cloud on everything. I just can't take it anymore. So let me have it. Am I the asshole? Edit. For everyone calling me an abuser for knocking her up having a baby with me was her idea. She wanted to have something that wasn't forced. Our relationship was always fantastic and I loved her. I saw the whole picture with her. The child with ASD has progressively gotten worse over time. It's not like I jumped into things how they are now and forced her to have a kid. Also, when did I refer to the ASD child as an it? Edit 2. Yes, he is in therapy and OT, but it's minimal care. I live in rural USA and there are little to no resources here outside of the school. He was in a summer program, but the program lost funding, thanks Trump. So he is only there for a little over an hour a day now. I'm fully aware he is not getting what he needs. We are doing everything we can. We built him a STEM-safe room and he destroyed it. Also, as for the Doritos thing, he literally won't eat anything else. We've considered going the NG tube route because he is underweight and we don't know what else to do. For all the people calling me abusive, you try force-feeding a kid, let alone a kid with ASD. It doesn't work.